Alright, welcome back to another Mechlab Monday. This week we have the Liao start. So, we are going to advance a day to get our soldier equipment. Hopefully we get some matched weapons and ammo. And we got high explosive machine gun ammo, heavy Gauss rifle. Like, even if we have the ammo, there's no way we can run that. Thunder augmented ammo. That could actually be very interesting. A random double heat sink, a mask that we're not going to be able to use because our piloting's too low, a binary laser. I mean, it's interesting, but yeah, heat. Mine clearance, streak SRM6. Wow, we got a lot of things. A lot of ammo, but not seeing a ton of weapons. The LK and Deadfire SRM ammo might come in handy if we have some SRMs already on our mechs. Rack ammo, a Gauss rifle, C3 unit. Okay, we'll actually be able to get some use out of that. Partial 2. I mean, assuming we don't just lose a location in a single shot, that's quite a bit. Like, that's a large percentage of how much armor and structure our mechs are going to have. PPC capacitator, I mean, probably don't even have any PPCs. Guardian, you see him. Okay, I like to see that. MRM 20. Hey, we do have streak ammo. Okay, so we can run the streak SRM. That's good. We got a bunch of ammo, more ammo, more ammo. We got an LB-20. It was LB-10 ammo. Oh no, we do have LB-20 slug. Okay. So we have an LB-20 with ammo. We have an exchanger. I'd love to see that. We got an LRM-15 to go with all the LRM ammo. Okay. I feel like they improved the soldier start a little bit. I think they just give more stuff than they used to, and so there's a higher chance of getting something that goes together. But let's check our mech bay and see what we start with. We have a Vindicator. We have a Vindicator with an ERPPC. And double heat sinks out the wazoo. So I think we're going to turn this into a very long-range mech. There's no way we have... I mean, we have the exchanger. So is there a chance we can actually use PPC capacitator? So plus 20% increased PPC damage and plus 10% heat, plus 9 heat per turn. Oh, there's a failure chance. Okay, we're not going to have enough piloting to use that. Never mind. Disregard. However, this binary laser, 9 tons. I was thinking maybe... Actually... So if either of these hit, 75 damage from the binary laser or the 55 from the RPPC, that's going to mess a light mech up pretty well at extreme range. But we don't have any kind of Pharaoh or Indo or anything. So I would actually, I think, have to drop one heat sink. I think I'd have to drop a heat sink and some other stuff like armor. So I don't think that's going to work. However, LB-20 is way too heavy. Yeah. And we didn't get any MRM ammo, so we can't use the MRM-20. I mean, maybe we... I want to make it a long-range build. Actually, I think the binary laser is just a straight upgrade from the ERPPC. Slightly less range, but even with the damage variation, guaranteed to be more damage than the PPC. So it's 60 to 90 versus the PPC's 55. We don't get the debuff, but that's fine. Let's toss in an LRM 15. Too heavy. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Then again, actually, we are way overcooling. So I think we actually might be able to get away with the LRM 15. Still way overcooling. Actually, I should put those back in the side torso and take them off of the arms. Yeah, still overcooling. I mean, we could always put the medium pulse laser back, but I'd rather put that on a shorter range mech. Let's see. Let's see what kind of LRM ammo we have. We have Thunder and Augmented Thunder. Definitely going with Augmented Thunder here. That's 6 shots. 8 shots? Wait, 15, 30, 60. Yeah, that's 8 shots. So that we can spread all sorts of mines all over the place. Artemis 4 ammo. But we don't have Artemis. But the nice thing about the Thunder ammo, especially super early game when your mech warriors are, terrible, you don't have to hit. It's actually better if you miss. So, we actually can then put in the Guardian ECM. I think we actually saved the Exchanger for a different mech. We're actually still overcooling. The remote sensor dispenser. Plus 50% increased sensor range and plus 50% increased sight range when active. Sure. Let's give it a shot. Let's find out. And yeah, I'm not super worried about the armor for the first mission. Obviously, at some point, you'd want to get Pharaoh Indo into it, armor it up. We have the Commando 5S. This is the Streak 2 SRM-6 medium laser variant. Well then, it has Artemis. Ooh. So with the SRM-6 streak and the bin of the bin of streak ammo, we have now made this thing. Actually, wait. +1 evasion, ignore, +1 accuracy. The Artemis ammo gives +1 evasion, ignore, +1 accuracy, and the Artemis fire control system gives another +1 evasion, ignore. We could do that. But it would literally be the same as if we just used the Artemis ammo with regular SRMs and it takes up extra tonnage. So, what if we just replace the SRM2 streak with an actual regular SRM2? So that saves us a ton. And it is, again, since we're using Artemis ammo, it's just as accurate, and it's got a higher cluster chance. And that is 150 shots. We're firing 8 per turn, that's all the ammo we're ever going to need. I'm not actually a fan of regular case. All it does is lock it into the location it's in. So, by having the ammo in the leg, it does the same thing. And then that actually frees up a ton and a half. Which I think... we're going to armor this thing up. Because this is a lot of damage output. If it goes down, we actually lose quite a bit of our firepower. I wonder if the hard drill's worth the ton. Because again, 12 armor, like, that's 20% of the armor that the side torso has. If we max it. So that means it will recover 40%. Yeah, we're going to put a hard drill in the center torso. It only lets us add a half ton of armor. But that just means that our center torso is much more protected. Actually, I think I'd rather... So I'm definitely going to put the heat sinks all on the side torso. We have a shield side. If we lose the SRM2, okay. Not too worried about the medium lasers, so 30 armor there is fine. I think I'm actually going to drop down to 70 just because we have the hard drill there. Drop the back armor on that side torso. We want as much armor as possible. I actually would rather have the armor on the leg to protect the ammo than on the arm to protect the medium laser. Again, actually this thing already has Pharaoh and Endo. Wow. It's actually pretty good. I like Commandos. Commandos are good early. Yeah. I feel like that's a pretty good build. Artemis SRM8. That's 80 damage per round, highly accurate, ignoring 2 evasion and with a +1 accuracy. Would I rather have the medium laser or another ton of armor? I think I'd rather have another ton of armor, actually. Because that, I think, lets us completely max. Almost. Although that does make it significantly worse if we do get hit and lose our SRM2. Also, if we punch, we can still fire the SRM6. So that's not completely out of the question. But yeah, hard drill is going to make this thing actually really hard to kill. The right side is definitely still shield side. We don't want the ammo to blow. And as long as we keep that half of the mech, we're fine. So yeah, I think I like that. That's good. That's good.
I'll let you know when that's done.
We have a Marshal. Then again, would I rather have the medium laser or the hard drill? Because I could put the hard drill onto a medium mech. But again, see, on a medium mech, the hard drill repairing 12 armor per turn is only 10%. So, yeah, I mean, there's arguments to be made either way. That's a lot of heat sinks. That's a lot of heat sinks, but it's necessary. Wow, this thing generates a lot of heat. So we have another medium pulse laser here. 220, so it's got a 4.6. I mean, it already has maxed out armor, already has Indo and Pharaoh. We have 2 support hardpoints and a ballistic hardpoint. I mean, what do I do with this? It's fine. It's kind of weird that it's running an LRM-5. So let's toss an SRM-6 streak in. And we can actually get away with just a half bend. That's 50 shots. It only shoots if it hits. And early game, that's 9 shots. Ish. So 9 hits with an SRM-6. I think that's a considerable improvement over an LRM-5. It's doing more than twice as much damage, much more accurately. And we have the large laser as we start closing, so that's pretty good. I think I'm going to drop a heatsink in favor of the C3 unit. Because, yeah, again, the SRM-6 only fires if it hits. So any turn that it doesn't hit, we're going to be dropping 12 heat. So having a heat delta of 3 means if it misses 1 turn, it cools down for 4 turns worth of firing. 4 turns worth of firing. So we generate heat for 4 turns, and then we miss once, and all of our heat's gone. So C3 unit is definitely an improvement over that single heat sink. Obviously, having a double heat sink kit would be amazing, but we do not. We just have 6 double heat sinks sitting around. And I think that's actually it. I think that's what we do there.
Right. I'll get it in a
Alright, we got a little stinger. Little stinger. Machine guns and a medium laser. Well then. No additional energy hardpoints, so we can't swap the machine guns out for another medium laser. I mean... do we have mortar ammo? We do. So the nice thing about mortars is you don't have to hit. You can miss every shot and still be doing damage consistently. Let's see if this works. Also, we wouldn't have to worry too much about armor because we could just keep it far, far in the back. And just drop mortar rounds. Although, I don't like that it's on the arm. No. There's no way. Never mind. Honestly, the Stinger's probably the one we're not even going to use. I'd much rather use the Commando than the Stinger, and the Wolfhound is probably much better than the Stinger. It has accurate weapons energy, just off the bat. So, +1 accuracy, -5% heat generated with energy weapons. It has IFF Jammer and Advanced Zoom already in it. It has a Guardian ECM. I think we drop the Advanced Zoom here, add an Exchanger to help with the heat, especially since we have the Proto Laser AMS. Probably drop the Medium X Pulse in favor of the Medium Pulse, just because of the heat. So it does 30 damage instead of 45. It has no recoil, and it only generates 12 heat instead of 20. Also, no fall off. So it does its full 30 damage up to 300 meters, whereas the Medium X Pulse, after 210 meters, starts dropping damage down to 25-ish. So, yeah. At the 300 to 420 meter range, you could argue it does do more damage, but primarily since we're not going to have focus fire early on, and we don't have any other way of negating the recoil, that means we'd pretty much have to fire, not fire, fire, not fire. So I definitely would prefer the medium pulse laser there. I already have double heat sinks. We actually have an XL engine in this thing. That is crazy. Reflective coating. Cool. Alright. I'm liking it. I mean, it's already got almost maxed armor. I think I would actually drop a little bit. Since it has the XL engine, I want absolutely maximum armor on the side torsos. But other than that, I don't see a need to change this at all. I mean, yeah, it runs a little hot, but it's a heat delta of 16. That's manageable. I mean, alternatively, we could just replace the medium pulse laser with a medium laser and another double heat sink, which would drop the heat even further because it's 12 versus 9, and then another 6 from the cooling, so we'd be getting... Then we'd have a heat delta of 7 instead of 16. Yeah, I think that's actually better. I think that's better. Yeah, I really do. Alright. So our heat efficiency is now much better. Heat delta of 7. The proto laser AMS, if there is no missile fire incoming, then that is calculated into the heat efficiency. So 9, which means we would actually be overcooling. Yeah, we'd be overcooling if the proto laser AMS is not firing. It does protect teammates and allies though, so if any missiles at all are flying, then this thing is going to generate heat. And if it's overloaded, it's 18 heat per activation. If it's not overloaded, it's 9 heat per activation. Yeah, I think I definitely prefer the cooling. Definitely prefer the cooling here. Alright.
Logged and noted.
And now once those are finished building, then we can put the advanced zoom on probably the Vindicator. No, actually the Vindicator has the mines. Probably the Marshal then. But yes, first jumping into engineering, immediately upgrading power systems. Power systems into Mech Bay 2 is the start. It's very, unless you're doing like a vehicle start and you don't have repairs after each battle, that is just objectively the best start.
Hello, Commander.
Yeah. So we're on a 9.5 skulls planet. Let's go to this half skull planet here. That sounds good. Alright, so once we arrive, as per tradition, we will drop on a 1 skull mission.
Hey boss, we've just completed
show how the mechs that we've built work, and have a good time.
It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
And then I'll go over what I would pick from the salvage screen, and we'll go about our day. Alright. I did not check the store or hiring hall at the first planet. I should have. I absolutely should have. Large laser is kind of interesting. We do have some mechs. So the large laser versus the large ER laser, it generates half of the heat, but it does 5 less damage at shorter range. I'm gonna buy that. Just so I have it sitting around whenever I look. Regular PPC. Another exchanger. Alright, so we might be changing our mine layer mech a little bit. Just a little. We'll see.
Hey, Commander. Be with you.
Actually, we can see right now. Alright, so we have the binary laser. We have the LRM-15. No, that's fine. We're not going to mess with that. Are we? That's 48 heat. So it would be more tonnage, definitely, and also more heat to run the PVC and the large laser. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm fine with the binary laser. But yeah, if we could get another 5 tons from, like, armor structure upgrade, that'd be nice. But we definitely do not have the 5 tons. Alright. I'm looking forward to trying just dropping mines. Stinger we don't really care about. So let's wait for the others to finish.
That work order's complete,
All right.
boss. Top-notch work, if I may say so.
And then head on it over to engineering again. Grab the automation, which allows the second mech bay to repair at 100%.
Roger that, Commander.
Instead of
I'll get this
50%.
moving.
Which coincidentally will be done now.
Upgrades you asked for?
Just
Are
in
on
time
mine,
for us to
Commander.
go 2 more days and be completely done working on everything. So let's go over once more. We have our Commando. Obviously, the defensive option is going the Harjul. The offensive option is going the medium laser. But it has narrow low profile. With the Harjul, any damage it takes is going to be repaired in the center torso. That's really good. It's going to be able to soak actually quite a bit of damage for a light mech. Marshal. The Marshal. It's not the fastest. So we could try to stick the C3 into the Wolfhound, since the Wolfhound will be able to get in range to use it much more readily. And then convert the Streak and the medium pulse lasers possibly into, what, PPC? But it would increase the range of it, but it would also reduce the damage considerably. Yeah, no, I think we leave it. I think we leave it as is. Alright. Wolfhound. The ER large laser could be replaced with a large laser to reduce heat completely, which would then eliminate the need for that heat sink. So then we could put the C3 in here, if we were, interested in doing so. Or we could replace this medium laser with that medium pulse laser. Five extra damage, a little bit more accuracy. I mean, giving up 5 damage and 240 max range for slightly better cooling, basically. Well, then again, we'd get the 5 damage back. 45 damage would go down to 40, and 25 would go up to 30. So I think that is better. So now we only have a heat delta of 5. Yeah. I think that's a massive improvement, actually. Which also lets our proto laser AMS pop more often. And this thing's pretty quick. It's got 710 movement, so it'll definitely be able to get in range. The extended range large laser is a little bit overkill. Alright, let's do that. And then let's go back and look at the Marshal. How's the heat? The heat's not great. I was thinking of replacing the large laser with the ER large here because it is a slower mech, and the ER large does do an extra 5 damage. However, until we upgrade this thing to double heat sinks, that's not going to be possible. However, as soon as we do upgrade the large upgrade to double heat sinks, that's a lot of tonnage. We could potentially run 2 large lasers, or maybe even a large laser and a PVC. So that'd be interesting. We're definitely looking for a double heatsink kit on this battle that we're going to play. But I was going to say let's put the advanced zoom on the Vindicator, but no, we don't want the LRM-15 hitting, really. So no, let's put it on the Marshal. So, internals, advanced zoom. Ooh, we have the exchanger, actually. Would the exchanger let us run the ER large laser? So right now we're overcooling by 3. Not the PVC. And now we would have a heat delta of 9, which is completely manageable. Again, the streak is only going to fire when it hits.
This is an all-ship announcement. As a reminder, pets are not allowed aboard the Argo.
Now we have a heat delta of 6.
And you see something fluffy, enjoy it.
I think that's an improvement.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
And then the Wolfhound is going to carry the C3 unit. Because C3 unit, it literally is, like, it's only really good when you're close to the enemies, and the 7 move 10 sprint will allow us to stay in range of the enemies much more easily. Now the question is, what other stuff was in here? What were we doing? Large laser. And then medium laser. Yeah, so we've traded 5 damage for a C3. That's going to give our entire lance accuracy. I like it.
Logged and
Okay. 4 days, and we will drop.
Got a new
Financial report, yeah. It's fine. That's fine.
That
All
report
right.
you submitted?
Oh yeah, hiring hall. Hiring hall. Neuron. That's a lot of stuff. I really wish Gladiator gave punch, kick, and physical melee accuracy instead of damage and stability. Like just +1 accuracy instead of the extra damage. Maybe it's just me, but yeah.
Waiting for orders.
Because the +1 accuracy would be useful for anyone who's going melee. The extra 5%, since it's a percentage, only really matters when you have an actual dedicated melee mech. So, that's just me. In any case,
Hey,
let's
Commander.
head over to the command
Pull up the
center.
chair.
Oh yeah, barracks first. So,
Commando.
everyone, gunnery for the base chance to hit, and more importantly, tactics for the higher sensor roll, which allows you to hit and not have the penalty of 5 for no sensors.
Standing by.
Oh, I have to click confirm. Click
Training
confirm.
confirmed, Commander.
Aye, aye.
There we go.
Mech warrior training complete.
Ready for orders.
Okay.
Training.
We got 2 people with the same portrait.
Yes, Commander.
That's what I get for letting
Training
the
confirmed.
computer randomly pick a portrait for me.
Hey.
Standing by.
Ronan.
Mech warrior training complete.
Yeah, Ronan's pretty nice to have around. Ex-military, lucky, dependable.
I'm here.
Not gonna matter
Receiving you.
since this isn't gonna be an actual playthrough, but yeah,
Training
good mech
complete.
warrior. Especially once you get mid game, you have ultra auto cannons and racks and things. Cautious jinxed, so very defensive. Lucky ex-military gladiator. Jinxed cautious. So we got 2 people, neither of which have good stats, but both of them are going to be very hard to hit. Which honestly, putting one of them in our mine layer mech might be a good idea. Because we don't care if we hit the mine layer. We'd actually rather not hit with the LRM. And that'll just keep it from taking damage. Another jinxed, okay. And then our commander is jinxed as well. So we've got a very defensive lance. Alright. So I think the plan is dodge bullets while laying mines. Alright. Against the Capellans, Marshal, Vindicator, Wolfhound, Commando, and a Striker is the vehicle we're starting with. LRM 10, SRM 6. Not gonna complain. Vehicle pilots. Dependable needs to go in a mech. Actually, Ronan is going to go in the Commando. Because with the armor repair, she might panic out instead of like letting it work and letting it repair. And we don't want to lose the cockpit of the Commando because it has an Artemis 4 fire control system. And then, yeah, cautious jinxed into the Vindicator. And then dependable jinxed lucky. Sure. And jinxed ex-military. Sure. And then we'll just go with the 4 and 4 for Striker. For the Striker. Alright, here we go. Dropping on a 1 skull battle.
Initiated.
Last known position of the enemy lance.
Never seen anything like this before.
But we have a mine layer. So we actually do not want to be in direct combat. Especially since we also have AMS. So hopefully they don't have visuals and we can just drop mines in that area.
Yeah?
Let's go move. And brace. Wait, did that Guardian ACM start active? Or, no, that's the C3. Yeah, that's the C3 around it.
Commander?
Alright.
Move order received.
Move, take a long shot at the Phoenix. Not bad.
Yes, boss?
Huh, so that's the only spot where we actually get direct line of sight. Interesting.
Alright, let's see what this thing can do.
Alright, we got a fire bee back there. That's dangerous. Ooh. We have really good AMS, though. And it took that thing down easily.
No.
We actually don't care about being in direct line of sight. Because we are going to
I guess.
attack the ground in front of the Hector. Right there. Yeah, with just the thunder augmented.
Okay.
Set up a red carpet for him. See how effective a single LRM-15 is. I'm not so sure about leaving that thing alive if it's got 2 large lasers. Yeah, that's half of its leg armor gone already. Alright.
Yep.
Alright. Get the
out.
Marshal up. Get a shot in there.
I'm on it.
Yes, Commander.
Alright. And Commando. Get some sprint going.
10-4.
Unload on the Phoenix.
Engaging target.
Oh yeah. That proto laser AMS is amazing.
What do you need?
Wolfhound. Yeah, let's definitely get the C... I should have actually moved with the Wolfhound first to get the C3 online against the Phoenix. Before...
Copy that.
Wow, that's a lot of misses. Before taking the shot with the Commando. Hector missing again. However... Oh hey, Phoenix is running in there too. Nice. Okay, this proto laser AMS is amazing. Yeah, Hector's legs are almost open. Wait, why does it have 75 structure? That's a heavy mech. Huh.
Receiving you.
That's a heavy mech. Well, okay then.
Confirmed.
I'm here. Throttling up, for what it's worth.
And yeah, we're firing the thunder at them. Every missile that hits does 3 damage to our target. Every missile that misses sets down mines.
Commander. Acknowledged.
But if the binary laser hits, that's a lot of damage. I mean, we're tearing through the Phoenix pretty well.
Scored a critical hit.
Standing by.
And since these are thunder augmented, we don't have to worry about running over them and taking damage. I would really love 4 evasion and the ability to shoot them. Does not look like we'll get it though. Alright, I'll take cover behind this ridge, which will prevent the Hector from being able to shoot at me.
Roger that. Target confirmed. Scored a critical.
Yep.
Our proto laser AMS is jammed, which is unfortunate. But let's go ahead and get everyone
Copy that.
in. And we do have the overheat alert, again, because of the proto AMS. So we're going to drop the ER mediums so we can drop some heat. Our hit chance isn't great anyway. Okay, and he stopped moving because it breached his armor. And yeah, that's what it looks like when our laser AMS can't fire.
I'm taking heavy heat, Commander.
I mean, do I just stand and shoot? I think I just stand and shoot, actually.
Firing all weapons. Solid connection on that one.
What now?
And then again, we're going to fire at the target we're actively trying to kill, which will drop more mines
Targeting.
for the other
Now
target.
strike. You didn't expect that.
Alright, so there's his primary weapon down. Yeah, I think we move with the Marshal. Move for 3, absolutely.
Position confirmed.
And
All
firing.
weapons are called.
That's a kill.
Target neutralized.
And again, I think I'm just going to let the Hector kind of run around. That's potentially heavy mech parts on first mission. Now, I do have to be careful. Fire bees are a little bit scary. I need the AMS to unjam. So I probably actually shouldn't have been running it
I'm
overload.
here.
Actually, I don't know. Is overload the reason it's able to fire more than once per turn?
10-4.
I mean, we could hurry the process along a little bit, but I think I'd rather just see how the augmented 9s do. Hey, cool. Chance for us to see how effective our hard drill is. Except nothing hit center. That was all side torso.
Hey.
Alright then. And attack the ground. Right about there.
Engaging. Yeah?
Out of curiosity, can I... No, I have to do it on their turn. I'm going to actually set this to active so I can jam the Hector, which will reduce its accuracy, while moving for 4 and shooting the fire bee. So the active is giving less protection to the Wolfhound, but is protecting the entire lance.
Standing by.
Sure. Give him a target.
Mess him up. Mess him up good.
Hey, our laser AMS is unjammed. No missiles for you.
I'm receiving you.
There we go.
Affirmative.
Get away from the Hector with his big, scary, large lasers, and focus down the fire bee.
Critical hit, Commander.
Beautiful. Ow. That was quite accurate.
What do you need?
So, I mean... Sprint for 4 and shooting him? Sounds great.
Full speed.
Hector isn't in the AMS anymore. Oof. Slight miscalculation there. But the fire bee's not getting another turn, so... At least there's that.
What do you need? Affirmative.
Pilot incapacitated. Alright then.
Standing by.
Yeah, you know what? Just roll on up there so he shoots at you instead.
Moving fast.
What now? Copy.
And you drop some more red carpet.
I'll try.
Waiting for orders.
Yes, I'm literally just trying to see how effective
Location confirmed.
the single LRM-15 with augmented is. It seems to be grinding through this heavy mech quite effectively. I mean, that's a heavy mech we're about to leg. As soon as he moves, he should
Waiting
explode.
for orders. Roger that. No shooting, just running.
Hey,
Oh yeah, let's do that. I should have checked hit chance before. Whatever.
I'll try.
And firing. Attack ground.
Just die.
Yes, Commander.
And now he should drop. No. Unfortunate. Okay, next time he moves, he'll definitely drop,
Standing
right? Commando, just chill. 'Cause you don't even have any AMS
I'm
or
there.
any ECM or anything, so just hide behind the hill.
I'm here.
And we still have 2 shots left, so
This might hurt.
this is round 9,
Yep.
and we have not shot at him.
Roger.
All we've done is dropped mines.
Commander.
That being said, it is taking 9
Location
rounds
confirmed.
to grind through that armor. And now he should, at the very least, fall down. And
Ready for orders.
continue moving around. Wait for him to take his next turn.
Commander. Acknowledged.
There should be enough mines in each hex around him
I'm
that
here.
he steps 1 hex and then explodes.
What do you need?
Yeah. You see, moving for 4, Thunder Augmented times 359.
Let's move.
As long as you keep dropping the same type of mine on the spot, it makes it
Receiving you.
stack up very, very well. If you're dropping different types of mines, like Thunder Augmented, Thunder, the Mortar, etc., arrow mines, whatever, different types of mines, they don't stack in the same way.
Hey.
So, in order to get the most effect out of multiple types of mines, you have to just
What now?
because I accidentally clicked portrait.
Locking in target.
But yeah, to get the best effect, always use the same type of mine together,
All out of long range
or
missiles.
spread it wide. All right, stands up, walks 1 hex and explodes. No, stands and shoots. Come on, just explode already.
I'm receiving you.
Yeah, you just brace. No, just brace.
Yeah.
Move
Moving to position.
and brace.
I'm here.
We're finally out of mines.
Okay, let's go.
So 71.3. We deployed that, and it's still 71.3. So what you can do, optionally, is you can take a called shot against the leg that's left, instead of just waiting for the mines to do it. But I'm gonna wait for the mines to do
Let's
it,
do this.
because I'm curious.
Confirmed.
Waiting for orders.
Come on, take a step. There you go. Seriously? Landmines exploded 1.
What do you need?
Alright,
Understood.
maybe next time? I literally am just sitting here wondering how long it takes for just the
Commander?
mines. Ideally, I would have already
Roger,
been
Skipper.
taking cold shots
Taking it.
against his legs and sped the process up considerably,
Yes, Commander.
but it's just for science.
Confirmed.
It's just for science.
What? No.
Aye, aye. Moving out.
Landmines exploded 1. 4. Okay, so he's taking 2 damage
Yes, Commander.
per turn. Huh. That shows a blue line. Why is it showing me his back? That is blue. That is most definitely blue.
Standing by.
Yeah, we're just gonna speed the process along now. Since he's only taking 2 damage per turn. Both legs destroyed.
Hostile
Yeah.
eliminated.
I didn't have to sit there for that many turns. I just wanted to see what the mines would do on their own. Alright, so quick payout. Pretty much minimal damage. I think the Commando's the only thing that got hit at all. And, yeah. The location having the Harjal kind of is important. Honestly, maybe the Harjal would be better in the side torso. Because the front does have more armor. And it's a lot easier. Well, I mean, the main reason I put it in the center is so I can keep the right side towards the enemies, and if they blow through the side torso, then the center repairs. Ideally, you want Harjal in more than one location. So yeah, that's 3 parts of a Hector 70-ton mech on our first mission. I would most likely take it. I mean, it's primitive, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's primitive, but yeah, it was running large laser Tronal. Fuel cell engine is actually a decent pickup early game. 340 core is much better though. Heavy industrial armor is useful if you have a really heavy handheld weapon, so you can put it on something light. Like a light mech with heavy industrial armor is able to carry something like a 25-ton mech with heavy industrial armor can carry the same handheld weapon tonnage as a heavy mech with 75 tons. It's nice. As long as you don't, want to use... Because Pharaoh, on a light mech, Pharaoh saves you like at most a half ton. So for half a ton, you can use a super giant handheld weapon or handheld equipment, combat shield, whatever. So that's interesting. Jump jet, primitive stuff, yeah. So I would definitely take the 3 parts of the heavy mech and pretty much get everything. So primitive armor is useless, fuel cell engine, fire control primitive. We got the heavy armor, primitive cockpit, sensors primitive, structure. Yeah. 1 of 5 cores gone. Alright. That's interesting. Primarily I want to go and look. And what I specifically want to look at is if our other light mech has hands. It's 85-33 for 4 days, no big deal. Does the Stinger have hands? Yes, it does. Is there something, a big handheld weapon in the store? No, not really. That's unfortunate. So there's some pretty good handheld weapons that are quite heavy. Like, there's a handheld MRM 30, I think I've seen. That was awesome. There's a handheld UAC 20. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of crazy handheld weapons. And if you could pick one up... Advanced zoom, sure.
New equipment.
Hey, Commander. Be with you in a second.
Put that on the Vindicator. Something like that. But yeah, so that's the Augmented Minds.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
Wolfhound performed admirably. Especially with the bonus to hit. You saw our hit chances. For our first mission, those hit chances were kind of silly, especially considering that a couple of our mech warriors had 2 gunnery and 2 tactics. But the 1 sensor ping is the equivalent of giving all of your mech warriors +1 tactics against every enemy in that circle. And then the 10% visibility sensor signature actually helps even more. So it's better than having +1 tactics. And then if you're also within range of the allies, they receive an additional sight and sensor. So it's C3s are so good early game. Whenever you only have 3 tactics, that's literally a 33% increase to your tactics. Plus. So never underestimate C3 units, especially early game. But that has been your episode of Mechlab Monday for the week. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, have a good one.